Okay. And then we Facebook out Ben Facebook out a new link. Uh, YouTube should pop up if they're subscribed. I don't see anybody coming in yet. We're live right now, technically, which it all connected this time. Go figure.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
Okay. There's Parker.
Yeah, there's
All right.
Parker. So Ben, send out a link on Facebook. Uh,
Okay.
you're doing it on yeah, do it on Facebook, and then I will copy it on my page. The fuck.
We're live on Facebook.
Yeah, we're live right now, but people need to pop back in. Everybody, if you're popping in, I don't know what the hell just happened. We're putting it back in effect here. We got to get everybody back in. Appreciate it. I don't know what happened. So weird. But go ahead, Ben, and we'll do. Is it live on Facebook? I can share it on mine.
Yes.
It seems like people see my restart. Is it the one that says restart?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Share
the one.
publicly now. Okay, well, we'll get everybody jump back in. It's like 27. They'll have to figure it out, or give everybody a second. Man, that was crazy, right? Just boom. What the hell? Everybody, I don't know what happened. StreamYard took a shit, and then, but with quick thinking and a good team, we're back on. We're People have to figure it out, or they'll have to watch it over again. Okay. Let's get back to where we were. Accounts back up, so everybody caught on. Where were we talking about, Parker, that when we just got interrupted by StreamYard?
First off, huge shout out to your team for getting that up so quickly and figuring
Thank you.
it out.
You know what? You
They're
can
awesome.
either fold up, right?
Yep.
Or you just get it done, and we did that in a crazy amount of time. So thank you for that. Everybody, I don't know what happened. StreamYard, man, I don't know. Maybe Russia hacked us or something. I don't know.
You never know.
I don't know. But we're back up, so it's all good. Okay, so we're talking about you getting another vehicle and actually doing a full-out build this time, right? Long term. Okay, and you have the equipment, but are you going to go? I'm curious. Are you going to worry about the way it looks or just the way it sounds?
I'm gonna start with that it sounds. I mean, I definitely want it to look good too. So I'm in the talks with custom speaker pods, and they're wanting to do some actual door panels for me and stuff like that. So,
Right.
But it'll be mostly stuff that I can do, and it'll mostly be a DIY build. So
You want to know, besides what's happened now, yesterday, right? So obviously the Yukon's pretty much redone except for the front doors.
yes,
And they were just cleaning up some stuff and then noticed something sounding weird. One of the 4515s, the fucking idiot, the first shot, didn't center it in the hole, and it tore up the surround.
Oh,
Now,
no.
Okay, let me tell you the problems here. One, luckily we found out last night, and it didn't happen at the show this weekend.
Yeah.
But do you know what it's like to get those 120-pound subs out of that little tiny square?
Those
So
are
the
big old stuff.
they get the seats out, right? They pull off that new port, and they get in there. They find the sub. It's tore up. So I'm like, good thing I got them in stock, right? Good thing you know a guy that knows a guy. So we'll get it over there. Check the other ones. Can you lift them up to make sure? Well, they're trying to get this done where we're basically done, and even the sales rep there jumps in, and one of the subs falls on his finger and splits it like a fucking pumpkin, dude. Dude, the pictures would gross you out. His finger literally exploded from weight falling on the finger. Had to get stitches and everything else. But long story short, 12 o'clock today, Yukon was back there, everything working. We put in a new sub, and luckily they ended up even moving all the rest of the subs. I'm telling you, I got to give a huge shout out to Extreme Audio and Performance in Ocala, Florida. People ask all the time, well, why didn't you go there and this other shop? Well, the real story is that the guy at the other shop, he's done work for me. He opened up his own thing. I figured this would be a way for him to really get his name out there, and really, man, just more and more we got into it, nothing but problems. So my thing to you is, I want it to look good and perform. But I'll tell you what, trying to make it look good and keep it looking good with that type of pressure and everything else.
Oh yeah.
It's just impossible, man.
No, you're
It's
gonna
just-
tear stuff apart.
It's going to
eventually.
tear up. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, especially with the subs fully turned up, I had video and I just didn't put it up, but the rear bumper in the back, you could see it, like a mirror. The bumper. I was like, oh my god, right? You just knowing how many times can you play it at that level and not just tear up, man. Parker from Tri-State, do you have opinions on a good set of 8-inch towers? It's a good question, Parker. I've never really seen you play with Marine Audio yet.
I really haven't done much of any pro audio or Marine audio or anything else. No, so I'd have to say no.
I'm a little biased, but we have a bunch of brands for Marine. I think the next question to Tri-State would be, are you looking for a coaxial type, or like they make horns now? You can buy Marine horns. So to answer that question, you got to have a little bit more info on the type of speaker. But you talk about def bounce and def bounce. I don't want them to kill me. Man, they get serious about that. You talk about that and the support. We talked a while back, you and me, when Ukraine, in the war, and there was people on your page talking crap about def bounce and supporting a Russian brand, not realizing that there's a guy in America living here, a citizen, doing this. And then I've heard some other people talk about def bounce because you don't see them vocally out there. But who cares? Do you really got to be vocal out there if you make product that good? You know what I'm saying? You've been working with a ton of it. I mean, compare it to all the stuff you review, you've blown up. You can't say it's the best because I don't think there's anything the best. But what do you like the most about that def bounce product?
One, their stuff is unique. It doesn't look like every other sub. I really like that. But I mean, the biggest thing is just that like so much quality goes into every single sub. They all have really nice coils, really nice spiders. Even the cheaper stuff, it outperforms pretty much anything else in its price range.
And we got to talk about quality. And I'm not going to get into being an amp technician, all that, but they try to explain it to me. Even those new MFA amps.
Yeah, he was telling me about those too.
We'll say the parts, right? The stuff that makes up the amp is not normal, and it's made to have a better quality when it comes to vocals in certain frequencies. I don't think people understand that Alfred is actually the Alfred over there is a speaker an audio engineer. I mean, this guy does this and he's been to school and this is all he's done. They take it very serious. So tell me what is the next show for you? What is the next coming up?
Next month there's a show in, I think it's near Knoxville, Tennessee. It's put on by the Showtime guys and EXO.
Right.
So they were like, we need you to meet EXO and actually like, I don't know, do a show with them. So I was like, sure.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be neat. Because I've met him at a few shows, but never really got to like talk to him. So that'll be cool. And then
I got to give him props. I mean, he makes with the videos and the installs and everything else. He's definitely out there in there. I've never met him in person, so I don't know if it's a gig or not. But I'd love to meet the guy too. He really.
Well,
he's serious.
I've been watching him for probably 7 or 8 years. I mean, he's kind of the guy that really inspired me to do a lot of the YouTube stuff that I do. So and he's always been the way that he is. So like I don't think it's a gig.
An act. Yeah, that's just him.
And
Juan here says, Parker, your best budget sub is, and I know you said the Audio Pipe TXX BD2 was a while ago.
Yes, that for a budget subs, I really love the Audio Pipes. I haven't tested one out in a while, but
I'm glad you said that because we just starting to help Audio Pipe relaunch, especially the BD line, the 3s and 4s. So I'll talk to them next week for sure. That might be something to put together. Audio Pipe's been around for a very long time. I've known them guys since I was a kid, and the product's always been there. They just kind of fell off the marketing game, you know what I'm saying? And back then it was the eye candies, which were very, very popular, back in the day, but the product's been the same. Who's this? Susios Mob. I have 6 DB 302s because your reviews. Oh, okay. Awesome. You got a guy saying he actually bought that stuff. that's cool that you give a real here. Everybody talks about honest reviews and if they take money or not money. It's one thing we sponsor, but I can tell you personally, when I first got with Parker, the first thing he told me is, I'm going to tell it how it is. So just letting you know that if it doesn't go good, that's the way it's going to go, basically.
Yep.
And I respected it. And I told him, I'm not here to tell you what them, it is what it is. Call out what's real and what's not, and don't just kill it. And he's done that ever since. And anything I've watched, I can say 100% I believe and back up that's the way he does it. We got another question up top was, what's the biggest, oh, wait, hold on. Tri-State Auto. Okay, last question. What's the best 12-inch sub and 3K amp set? I know he's going to say Taramp. I'm still turning him to Marks, but go ahead and answer it, man. Go ahead.
Marks is catching up, and I think they're doing good stuff, and I would love to test out some more stuff, and I like what you were saying last week is that they've taken the reviews from everybody and they've improved stuff
in production right now.
I want to see, so
100%. Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, my personal favorite budget amps have been the Tar amps, just because that's what I've used a bunch of, and for me they've worked just because I tend to blow amps, just because when you blow a sub you oftentimes blow an amp. So
I'm a back.
I would rather blow a budget amp,
friendly. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And people got to understand. There's budget China too, but the internals for a Brazilian amp are a lot less expensive. Okay.
Gotcha.
So you do get way more power per dollar. Okay. Yeah. And I'm in the manufacturing world. I'm in the distribution world. I can tell you for sure, all the way up the line. Okay. Before everybody sees it at the retailer mat, Brazilian innards are more money for your bank, but that doesn't mean better all the time, but it does the job. Okay.
Correct.
I always tell people you got to go with a few things: price, warranty, and whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Every time you put up a post, what's better, everybody's going to put what they have or what they think, and that's not the case. When I talk to a customer, it's what is your budget? What are you trying to do? Okay, and that comes down to it. Yeah. Obviously, if you're trying to do a sound quality system, you need to spend some money on higher end equipment. Correct. You're doing a budget build like Parker does, and the bass and the boom, and we just want to get loud. Tower amp's been a big hitter there. Have you ever played with Stetson, which is basically the same thing?
I think I've had a couple of their like really mini amps.
Right.
Yeah, I've done a little bit, but not much. No.
What does it say? Justin Parker, my truck factory charges 14.1. What lithium battery you recommend for me?
So I would always recommend the Headway stuff if you're wanting to do a DIY set, just because that's what I've always ran. And, 14.1 would be perfect for them.
Killing me here.
Well, that's what I've ran. I can't, You should obviously go check out Big Jess battery.
Excess power lithium cells, right? Definitely.
I have never. Listen, I have excess power battery in my Subaru. I mean, they make great batteries. I've never messed with their cells.
There's so much lithium now. It is getting harder. A year ago, less options, right? Higher prices. So there is way more competition. Yeah. Trust me. Even us, we bring in almost 90% of the cells they bring in the Yinglongs, okay? And I can tell you, our numbers are still ridiculous because for the price you get what you want. But I can tell you, a year and a half ago, 2 years, way less options, okay?
Correct.
Now there's a ton more lithium, battery options. I'm seeing them all the time online. And again, it comes down to, don't listen to everybody else. Listen to yourself. Try it out. Put your money. It's your money. And, you got to go with what you think. And I always say watching online is like watching Fox News and MSNBC. I got to watch both to make up my own.
That's right. Truth is somewhere there in the middle, always.
Juan says, I'm saving up for Big Jeff Audio Lithium. Okay, great. You brought that up. Those will be here before Black Friday. Why is that a good one? Okay, 22 amps of power, built-in balancer, and it'll work on a 12 to 14 volt system. You can basically throw that in there, just like you can with a Titan or any of those, and you don't have to do anything else. But it's made for a normal charging system. And for the price, people say, oh, I have this one that's cheaper. You got to be careful. Some of these ones online are like deep cycle lithiums. And let me explain the problem. Deep cycle lithium is different than what you need for car audio for that hard hitting bass with the amperage very high, and it's just going in and out. Deep cycle is supposed to be made for slower, longer drag pull. So, be careful when you see these on Amazon. It might not be what you need. Big Jeff battery, how much? So they're $399 right now. It's 22 amps of power. There's a bunch of things I can compare it to. I'm not going to do that. It's something cool. It's small. It's got simple positive, negative. You can put them together and keep adding 22 amps of power. So they're on our site, and you can get a deal. Pre-order them now. They will be here before Black Friday. Parker, will you be running a Big Jeff lithium? Great question.
That is a good question. So, well, I mean, I'll have to ask the Jeff if he wants me to.
Yeah.
When I do the next build, I'm gonna have two separate charging systems. So the car is gonna be ran off of a 12 volt or 14 volt system, and then the amps for the subs will be ran off of a 16 or 17 volt system. So yeah, maybe if Jeff wants me to for the
100%.
The smaller,
that's what I do in the Yukon. You hit the nail right on the head. You get one of those vehicles. There's tons of stuff for it. We're able to put 3 alternators on there, no problem, and then put the factory back on to run the factory, the LED, all the basic stuff. So that's an awesome idea. Okay, here's where it comes. Well, we're in out of time, but I want to give away. Let's go ahead and run the people. The first episode we were running that got cut off. You were supposed to comment the word haters. I'll give you another 30 seconds to re-comment it. That is going to get the new hat and the starter kit. You need to comment the word haters. Everybody can go ahead and do that real quick. While they're doing that, my next big question for you is, what's the biggest challenge you face being a car audio YouTuber?
The biggest challenge is probably that everybody has their own opinion about stuff, and everybody wants me to review like the exact sub and the exact car that they have.
Right.
Everybody will say, hey man, can you get a 12 this in a this size box and put it in a truck, or it's like, well, I can't go out and buy a car just to do a single review on something. So I mean, especially when you start doing YouTube, you want to please everybody, and you have to get to a point where you realize you're never going to please everybody, and
right.
And the best thing to do is just stay true to yourself and stay true to what's honest and what makes a good video. And I think everybody really appreciates that. So
100%. Okay, we're gonna pick the winner for the new Hair Tricks hat with the Hater Starter Kit. Let my team pick it, and then when it pops up, we'll let Parker, the Basshead, announce the winner. We're still gonna be announcing the 5 winners for the September giveaway, and we got some other things to talk about. Let's do this. Do we got another video break? I know it's all thrown off. Go ahead and throw up the lifted video break. We come back, we're going to pick the winner, and then we'll talk more with Parker the Basshead. If you haven't done it, make sure you go youtube.com/Parker the Basshead. If you haven't subscribed, which you might have forgot, you didn't think about it, do it now. He is going to keep going up that road, adding more and more. All right, let's take that real small break, and we'll be right back with my boy Parker the Basshead.
Lifted Florida Truck Show and Florida State Car Audio Finals 2023 in Dover, Florida, September 30th and October 1st. Will be full of nice rides, big trucks, amazing cars, great food, and so many amazing car audio builds you need to be there to experience it yourself. Big Jeff Audio is this year's stage sponsor and will be there like King Kong to meet all of you and to give away a ton of great swag. Mark your calendar, September 30th and October 1st. See you all there.
Dan, for us to do about $1 million of business a month, and that's off season, We spend anywhere from about $40,000 a month in online marketing. That's Google, all the advertising. And right now we're averaging about $10,000 a month in product given away. So, I hope that people, and don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot of people that follow us just for the free stuff. It's life, right? But I think we do have some faithful followers and supporters. They've shown us through all this bullshit. But I do that, and I could pocket that. You know what I'm saying? That could go right in my own bank account. But I do that because that's how we built up in 5 years to be who we are. You know what I'm saying? And go to these shows, Parker, man. It's, you see me bringing all the employees. I got to pay them. We got to get them there. We got to set, dude. It's and being new, we're still learning and making it better. It's not easy, man. So, this weekend we'll be there. They're supposed to have rain on and off. So, I don't know what to expect, but we're gonna be giving away stuff. I even bought a bunch of ponchos and for everybody, and man, we're just having a good time. Well, let's go ahead and do the giveaway for the hat and the starter kit. You guys pull up the winner. We'll let Parker announce it. Who do we got? There you go.
We got Mr. Mob over here.
Yeah. Susio. I'm gonna say it's Susio. We screwed it up, but you're the winner. Contact 737 Big Jeff. That is 737-244-5333. Go ahead if y'all want to win the Black Diamond Double Din touchscreen. Comment the word diamond, DIAMOND, and you can get in that winner. Tell me, Parker, you're talking to people now, and the people that are going to watch this day after day throughout the weekend. If you want to get a message out about you, your channel, what would it be?
Just that if you want to watch somebody that enjoys making videos and really wants to help, my biggest thing is I really want to help people that are getting into car audio, find a good system, find stuff that's going to work well for them. I get so many people that'll comment on videos and say why do you keep showing how to hook this up, or just get to the good stuff, but y'all don't understand how many beginners watch my videos and really appreciate all the detail that I go into, and the fact that when I'm doing my builds, I use really simple tools, stuff that anybody could use. That's what I enjoy doing, and that's what really helps. I get so many people that come up to me at shows that just say, I help them figure out how to do a build, and I made it look simple to where they felt like they could do it, and that's really why I do what I do. So
says Parker, you help us make sound decisions. And that's what real reviews should be about, good and bad. And I think the way you do it, even remember when the alternator took a shit?
Yeah.
You even show people, going through the hassle, and even remember talking about the plug.
Yeah.
Okay. That's stuff that people wouldn't know, right? And you help them out going into a project like that.
Yep.
I saw a comment earlier on the first podcast. The guy said he was looking for a Toyota like yours. You know what I'm saying? So now that guy can go back, watch your videos, and learn from some of the mistakes. Hey, I got to clear something up because I know it's bullshit anyway, but can we talk real quick when the Marks digital amp went up? Can you explain to people, because they do these half twists, can you explain what helped cause that? Because I've seen comments on some of the Marks ads we do, and people are like, oh, it's piece of shit, Parker caught it on fire, and they don't tell the whole thing. So can you give us a quick rundown what happened there?
So first of all, I've blown several tar amps as well. So it's just something that happens. There are plenty of people that have blown their nice, Korean amps. So when a sub shorts, you have a positive and a negative run into your sub through the coil.
And hold on, we're not running 1,000 watts either. We're running thousands of.
When you're running, So the burst where it blew was, I think it was about 10,000 watts.
Right.
So when a sub shorts, that much power going through it, most amps, even the best amps, their circuitry isn't going to be able to go into protect and block that short.
Right. Yeah.
Before it just fries the amp. Right. So again, that's no knock on them. And again, I have a full video going over my tar amps that I've blown too. So people
right, it happens, and I see it all the time. It's just I wanted to clear up because in my opinion, for a budget amp, especially, I'm gonna tell you what, I go off return rates. Okay,
Yeah.
So we go off how many we sell, how many come back, right? And then I look at the ones that come back because we bench them all. And you can almost tell the people that did it with a factory alternator, no battery, running a 10,000 watt amp. And you can tell the others that really have time and it just blew. And I can tell you the Mark stuff, man, the return rate is ridiculously small. They made changes through the first, uh,
version.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. And even on this last, my guys can tell you, we sat in my office and literally went over each amp and said, this is the changes people are asking for. Now,
Right.
granted, you still want to keep it in a certain price range, right?
Of course.
You can't do everything. There's no way to make a perfect amp. But they listen to the size of the speaker outputs. They listen about, the cheap bass knob and having something better. They listen to that. And then I told them, hey, on the bigger amps, these guys are trying to shove as much power wire as they can in these things, okay?
Yep.
And we need to space that out. So let me tell you, they totally understood and listened. And I want everybody to know the guys that run Marks, own Marks, originally were from Tower Amps and left there, okay? So they wanted to take the Brazilian design, but get it produced over in China. And that's exactly what it is. So, that new MP line, that's their upper, more expensive, powerhouse. But I can tell you right now, we've been running those 13.5s in the Yukon, and we've had nothing but problems with everything else. And those amps haven't given me an issue. So,
Good.
Really good, happy with it. In fact, the shop that was working on it is a high-end shop, DD, Kicker, all high-end stuff. Said, you know what, after working with these amps, we want to bring them in. And that's the way you can tell. So it's the same thing you're doing by putting this stuff up and showing people the good and the bad, but it does happen. JT's Garage says, when you do reviews, Parker, do you use a power supply or our batteries?
So I use most of the stuff I've done in the past have been just straight batteries. I've got one of the Tar Amps power supplies, so I'm starting. I've got a test bench kind of set up. So I've got a separate system set up for when I blow subs. Now it's in the garage, not inside the car, which is just a little bit less of a fire hazard, in my opinion. So, but most of it is just straight from the battery inside of my car. I don't have a big power supply or anything fancy.
And I want to say something personally to everybody that's watching this and will watch this. When all the bullshit started with Big Joke and Hater Jeff, they reached out to Parker to try to, bully him into saying, why are you working with this guy? He was supposed to be helping you, and now he's surpassed you. One, it was never a competition. But two, Parker, man, dignity held out. We talked about it, and first thing somebody thinks, oh, I don't want to lose my subscribers, I want to lose my people. And Parker, man, I give you props, man. You real deal people. And I'll tell you, like I told you then, I'm going to ride out with you till the end of time. And however the Big Jeff platform or however I can help, especially as we keep bringing more brands in. I can't give the exacts, but we were talking earlier. We're actually overgrown the warehouse we're in right now. And we just bought that warehouse a year ago. So I was there today looking at another site so we can have another spot for overflow inventory. We have a lot of brands lined up right now, and like I try to network with everybody that networks with me. And Parker's my go-to guy for that kind of stuff. One, it's reality, it's real, and two, man, you got to support people that are real, man. You got to support people that got good heart and not out for the wrong reasons. And I can tell you, Parker was a guy that didn't hit me up first. I saw in his videos he was buying stuff from me, and I searched him out. I can't tell you how many messages my team gets, or people hit me up directly wanting, sponsoring and free this and free that. And the first thing I do is I go to their page and I don't even see one post shared. And I'm like, you're not even supporting me, but you want me to all of a sudden pocket you. And Parker came out of pocket, man, and still does on a lot of stuff. But part of growing and becoming known and doing that, people are going to be more and more wanting to throw stuff his way and do what he does. But what you do notice is, Parker, you give the stuff away. I just saw some comments and some other talk, and I won't even get into what page, but a guy got a review of an amp, and then he's trying to waffle it off. So you got an amp free from a manufacturer to test, right? And he's trying to get paid for giving it away. And I think that's crazy, right? And I just read it today. Everything you do, even the stuff I send you, man, you give it away. You know, that's that support back to the people.
Stuff. Yes, sir. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man.
It's,
you
it's,
can sell
it's,
it off,
it's great to give back
it,
to
whatever.
everybody, and it's just you help me out, and I love to pass that on to.
Yeah,
Assuming
that's the network.
I don't blow it. I try to pass it back on to somebody else. We just did a giveaway, I think last week on the channel.
Yeah, guy was so excited. Really cool. He made a video about it. He was so happy to get all the stuff.
He made a whole video. He was so excited that he got it, and I thought that was really cool. And I also do want to say, like, when I do the giveaways, I try to be, I try not to just pick anybody random, and like, so people will comment. I'll go kind of check out their page.
Yeah.
And this guy was just super positive in the car audio community. There was no hate. You know, he wasn't spreading hate. He wasn't talking
That's
crap.
what we need.
He was just
we need more of that.
It should be a hobby. Everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
That's one of the big reasons why I picked him. And you know, I love seeing all the support in the car audio scene. Like there's so many good people that are just good-hearted people in the scene. And it's just, you know, there's a couple of bad ones that just ruin it. But
what do you think moving forward in your channel, right? Is it more reviews? Is it the installs maybe? Is it a little bit of everything? I mean, for me, I just like doing everything. Parker got to see a little bit of a new interview video that we're about to launch, and it's fucking hilarious. I just like to throw any kind of content up. But where do you want to go with your channel, man? Is there a direction?
I mean, if I found if I just do reviews, one, people kind of get tired of it. Two, I get tired of it. It is so hard every week to like film the exact same video.
Unboxings,
so, yeah. It's draining. It makes it a job, not something fun. So now I'm getting back into reviews. I took about a month or so off of it when I was doing my build. I'll probably do that. I may try reviewing some other stuff, some other similar stuff too. You know, just kind of whatever comes up and kind of whatever I feel like doing.
Well, I like that you're doing the test bench. You're building that up. I like that plan, right? Yeah. I really dig that. Everybody now is dynoing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got the SMD and they're dynoing, right? And I still like seeing people hook stuff up, right? Talk about it, measure it, so you know what you're really getting. I think, you know, me personally, I like watching that. You know what I mean? I just think that grabs my eye. Deviant was on there. It says, I'm going to pop this up. Describe your dream sub, size, surround, cone, metal, etc. This I want to hear.
So this is tough. My overall favorite sub that I've had would be the Sundown X V2.
Most popular sub.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody loves it, and I don't blame them. I love subs that are it's just they're whatever they want to call it. Their mega roll surround is sweet. Their suspension is awesome. The coil is great. You know, you don't need a ton of power to get those sounding good. They get low, and they're just tough subs. So that's been my number one kind of all time.
Well, let's break it down first. What size speaker?
Oh man, I like 12s.
Okay,
it's kind of my favorite.
And then the surround, you keep talking about that mega surround, so I know you're that type, right? Okay. Yeah. Now, do you like it smooth, or do you like the texture in it? I mean, are you talking like the G subs, or you just round, flat, simple?
So long as it's a good sub, I don't really care. Some of the ones that have some of the...
Oh, come on. The look. You know, you want to see that thing move. I mean, your Deviant's trying to get you to pick that dream sub.
Yeah.
You're able to go... Listen, I'm sending you to China right now. You're going in the factory, and you're able to pull all the parts off the wall and say, put this together. What are we talking about?
Oh, I mean, I would say some of the coolest looking stuff would be some of the carbon fiber cones.
Okay, now we're talking. I love that on massive audio.
Some of those woven cones are pretty cool, but again, so long as it's a really good stiff cone and it sounds good, I'm
3-inch, 4-inch, or bigger voice coil.
So I would say
I hear so many different people say about, you know, the size. Sometimes people like the smaller, the bigger, you know, because of the, you know, the lower it goes, things like that.
For a 12-inch sub, I would say a 3-inch coil is normally a good middle ground.
Okay.
Like, it kind of depends on what you want, but the bigger coils can be good, but you can lose some X max. You know, they can have some negative effects too. So and you just don't always need it.
Okay, and then pick the weight of the motor.
I honestly like 3 to 450 is ounces is a really good weight. They're not too heavy to where you're breaking your back trying to move it.
Mm-hmm.
You're less likely to drop it on your finger and smash it, which is what I have dropped subs on my fingers a couple times, and it's not fun at all. So.
Dude, I don't even want to put the picture up and gross everybody out. That poor guy, man. So his finger just like exploded, dude.
Yeah.
That Death Pound sub just.
I bet those things are monsters.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, let's do this. Let's give away the doubled in. If you already commented the word diamond, it's too late now. Let's pick out a winner for the doubled in touchscreen from Black Diamond. We'll let Parker call out the winner.
We got Stevie Eyes.
Stevie Eyes, congratulations. You are the winner of the touchscreen. Contact 737 Big Jeff. So now we're going to get into Parker. So obviously I was doing every 1,000 subscribers and then, monthly. And then I felt bad because people saying, oh, I didn't win. You can't make it about me. So I started saying, hey, let's give away 5 winners each month, right? On top of all the other stuff. Okay. So this last one I said, same thing, comment the name, location, why you should win, and then you share it out in social media, and it's really not a big deal. Snap a screenshot, you text it in, which is easy, or email it in, and every time you do that, we put you in the Excel sheet, and then we do a random picker. Okay, so my team picked out 5 people, and then what happens is the first one I'm going to name out gets first choice. Ben, put up what the prizes were. Okay, so they can pick from any of this, and you would think that, they're going to pick the biggest one, but not really. Somebody might really want an epicenter or an SPL meter or whatever. But we have 5 different prizes, and we're going to pick 5 people. When I'm going to say their names in order, first person gets first pick, second person gets the pick of what's left, 4, then 3, 2, 1. Okay, and all you got to do is contact us, and we'll get you taken care of. So I wanted to try something different. I keep doing different each month. It's weird. Sometimes we get people not comment, but then they share the post, and then I get people share but not comment, and I don't understand. It should be pretty simple. Everybody, future giveaways with me. Like the video, comment right away your name, location, why you should win. At that point, at the bottom of every YouTube video, there's a thing to click, and it says share. You can either share directly to your platform or you can copy the link. And then you go in there and you share it out. You can do it every day for the month, and you get that many times. So keep that moving forward. But, man, I'm ready. 5 people, man. Let's do this. Number 1, the winner. Ben, I don't know if you guys had this ready. Oh, there you go. Okay, so number 1, the first winner is Vince Villa. You basically get to pick 1 of the 5. You get first pick. Number 2 is Sierra Blathers. Number 3, Michael Annunziato. I'm sorry, I tried. Number 4, Jonathan Nash. And then number 5, guess what's left, is Jesse, Akron, Ohio. Not sure why we did that up there, but there you go. So 1, put it back up, give them some time. We'll share it out on our social media too. You'll need to, contact us and show proof who you are. Go ahead and put that back up, please, that list, guys. There you go. Vince Villa, Sierra Blathers, Michael Annunziato, Jonathan Nash, and Jesse from Akron, Ohio. You are the winners for the September giveaway. All right, you can take it down. We're going to be at a show, so we shot some videos early. We'll have what month is this? October, right? We're going in October? September, October. Yeah, October giveaway. And we're doing 5 more prizes. And that'll be coming out, I think, is it Saturday? Ben, pop back on real quick, Ben. Sunday? Somebody pop on? Huh?
Yes, it's going to be Sunday at 6
p.m. will be the premiere for
correct.
the video. Okay.
Yes.
And then let's talk a little bit. So we made a video, Parker, and it's called Big Jeff Comes Clean. It's about an hour long, and we talked about the whole craziness. I didn't really make it for the haters. I more made it for my followers that stood through, even if they thought weird. We broke it down. We brought up a lot of stuff. We cleared the air, and I think after this video, I'm done ever talking about any of it ever again. But we took a hour long, and we did it this way, actually. I didn't know the questions. My team went and scoured the internet and took a lot of the haters' comments and questions, and we put it as like an interview. And then we took some from our own people, and I didn't know what it was. I sat there, I got interviewed question by question, and I explained it. So that will be premiering. Ben, you want to jump back on that one? When is that premiering?
Not this Saturday, the next.
Okay, so next Saturday,
Yes.
we have the show coming on, and
Correct.
yeah, so next Saturday that will premiere, and it'll be Big Jeff Comes Clean. I know people don't like to watch really long videos. I asked you to because there's a lot of stuff in there you're going to learn about me and the company, so that's real cool. But what we do want to do is I want to get Parker growing and growing and growing and doing what he does. So if you have not subscribed to his page, please do. It is youtube.com/Parker the Basshead. He does have a Facebook, which is Parker the Basshead Official. He's not as outgoing on there, but he has been more lately. So make sure you see him on there. And always hit the bell. The bell's important because when something comes out, it pops back up. Even when this episode died and we re-kicked it in, people that had the bell got a bing bing, basically pop up that we have a new stream. So that's real important. We got Basscat here plugging in. Basscat wants to be famous. There, look at that. All right. Listen, Parker, man, I got none but love for you, and anything I could do, I will do. I say it every time I interview people. If you get bigger, I get bigger. If I get bigger, you get bigger. We recently, and I think Kenwood is such a big deal to me because they haven't had an online retailer since before COVID, way before COVID, over 5 years. They put on brick and mortar, and you could buy it through distributors. But we're actually labeled as an authorized online retailer, which is huge. And it just shows that they're looking for companies like mine that are doing things out of the box. But I'd love to maybe we can do some Kenwood stuff.
My first ever setup was a Kenwood setup.
Okay. It's not talked about much, but they still make subs and amps and stuff like that. And obviously, their radios. And we're in the talks for a couple other brands, so we definitely get them your way. Does anybody have any quick questions for Parker while we have him on here and while we're waiting for that to come? Next episode is Friday, October 6th. We have Alan Palmer from Gale Force, and we have a big announcement with him. Everybody knows for these Gale Force 6-inch and 8-inch, basically it's a driver and a speaker waterproof. He did come out with a lesser expensive waterproof style, and we should have some prototypes for that. So he'll be on next Friday. Obviously, we're going to be at the Lifted Florida show this weekend, and next month we will be at Dean Baptist's Music Wars. And then, like I said, now that we bought this fifth wheel, did you get the picture of the fifth wheel? Did you download that, Ben? Or that was there we go.
Yes,
sir. We bought a fifth wheel, yeah. Wow. 6-car hauler. Go on the big Dodge Ram we bought, and that lifts up. So we'll be able to take all our vehicles in one run, and I'm looking to do another demo and even maybe a side-by-side. So that's what we're doing, man. We're just doing what we do, sell product, offer the deals we can offer. Unfortunately, we do not sell Trinity, SoundCube, and the Sky products. Not going to get into it, but I only support who supports me. So there's a ton of that left on our site at super, super low prices. Get it while it lasts. Basically, ridiculously cheap right now. We're letting it go pretty much at cost just to clear the way for new stuff. Nothing bad about the product. I think it was great stuff. Just differences, and we'll leave it at that. other than that, man, Parker, man, thank you for coming back on. I really hope everybody goes to your page. You know, sometimes go back and watch his old videos. I like to see you can almost see Parker, and I want to say like he's a kid, but grow up. Like he got so confident over time. And I love seeing that and watching some really old stuff to new stuff. What do we got? So Sunday, right? It's every Sunday still?
Every Sunday morning, correct.
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock?
No, normally 9. Normally 9.
Right.
Yep.
And make sure you hit the bell on that so we can get his views up. And, leave comments. Like we were talking here, he likes to make changes. So leave some good corrective criticism. Don't try to outsmart the person. If you do see him make a mistake, don't got to kill him over it. He's always up front saying he's not a amp engineer, so most people know more about the inside of the amp than he does, but he still shows you. And I'm sure any kind of comments that you give, he's going to take to heart and make changes, and that's what it's about. So big shout out there. Listen, everybody, thank you. I'm sorry about the screw up with the StreamYard. I don't know what happened, but we got it back up, and it's out there. Make sure you share this out once it locks in. We always run the live, and then we upload the actual solid video, and it also goes into Spotify, which is kind of cool. You can listen to us in your car. We have a Big Jeff Audio Spotify page, and I'll let Parker take us out with his famous saying.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all, and as always, keep basing on.
All right, man. Thank you so much, Ben. Take us out, man.
Another show in the bag, yeah, that's a wrap. Big Sound is the best, and it ain't no cap. Hit the website if you need that merch. It's Big Jeff Audio and hit the search. I know you had fun, yeah, you gotta admit it. That boy Big Jeff took his thing and he did it. Always a win, yeah, never a L. Did you smash the like, subscribe, and hit the bell? Share it on your socials, put it on blast. We'll be back next week with another podcast. Big Sound in the house, like no other. Deviant and Big Jeff, the Basshead brothers.